school
to get out of school
and start producing too early. I mean, government doesn't have money. You're the ones who appropriate. You're the ones who tell me, do you have a vote for that? You have a vote for schools. Yes, that money is there.
Yes, that
you give schools money, but we cannot have a special fund for that. What we can do is the ministry should arrange and have a skilling project for these girls. Because you find most of them cannot even go back to school. They have a responsibility of looking after the baby and that kind of thing. But
if you have a project for these young girls who produce early, who also have babies upon a baby, because the girl herself is a baby and then she has a baby on top of a baby, you need to get something that will help them look after the babies. And I think the ministry, you need to look at that.
Right, Honourable Speaker, the issues were many. That was just one of them. And the other is the one that you've just talked about, the one of skilling. They request that the skilling centers be distributed equally in the districts so that they can access skilling, and even the women that the local women can access some skills to give them some source of income to empower them. The other is about...
We have another person, Agnes. We are running out of time.
Right, Honourable
Minister's time. Akayunga.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, allow me to join the rest of the colleagues who have congratulated you upon attaining that double job. We thank God for that. And we pray for more twins. Yes, she has just started on twins.
Honourable members, so many cows were paid, so I've just started.
Amen. Amen. Right Honourable. Right Honourable, we have enacted laws. We have legislated on behalf of the boy child and for the girl child. But recently I was challenged when I was invited to a meeting which was addressing issues of persons that are born intersex. They are born with two genitalia. They have the organs of a woman and the organs of a man on one person. And Right Honourable,
actually they call them hermaphrodites.
That's another term, Right Honourable.
No, that is the English word. The medical word, hermaphrodite.
Thank you, Right
Susan,
Honourable.
isn't that the word? Susan, isn't
it
that
is intersex, Right Honourable. Right Honourable, we interfaced with these people. They with us the challenges they go through, and they are immense. And Right Honourable, one of them was even identification itself. To be identified as either a male or a female is another challenge for them. And many of them told us they cannot even be issued with identity cards because NERA cannot identify what gender they belong to.
I hope the homosexuals are not using them.
No,
I hope.
No, Right Honourable.
Let me hear from information.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I want to call upon my colleagues, the Honourable Nantaba inclusive, to note that these people have existed since time immemorial. And you all know that we have the LGBTQ, the I applies to the intersex. We have to be very careful with what is going on now. I asked this question, why now? When we are even in court. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I just want to inform this House that we held a meeting with the doctors. This is a medical condition that can actually be handled. And one of the things that should be done is to ensure that they have funding, because it is expensive for the parents of these children to pay for the corrective surgery. So what needs to be done is that we need to appropriate funds so that the Ministry of Health the funds can be in some specialized hospitals where these children can access the services free. Otherwise, we are not going to have another gender. We have male and female, full stop, as created by God. That's the information that I want.
Right, Honorable, allow me
Thank you.
to respond to my sister's concern, well knowing my stand and position when it comes to homosexuality and the LGBTQ agenda. It is indeed true that when the homosexuals wanted people to rally against the agenda, rally for the agenda, they co-opted for the intersex persons, such that they would have a big number of people who can rally behind the agenda, such that they can drive it to the end. But it has been realized by even the medical teams she's talking about, that these people are saying we were wrongly included in the LGBTQI agenda because we don't belong there. For us, we are naturally born with two, for them, they were saying, they were naturally born with two genitalia, and therefore they do not belong to the homosexual agenda. And I want my sister to differentiate between the two agendas. And, wait, Honorable, allow me to drive my point home. Because we are neglecting and ignoring a group of people that have no home, even in our laws, even in our constitution. They have not found a place to hang in. And Right Honorable, I'm requesting that you even interact with these people. I was behind Sarah's version. That's what I knew. That's the view I upheld before I met them. But I have met these people in Serena. We were there with so many members of parliament, and we shed tears because young children were there testifying they are born with two, they can't be even in school, they are bullied, even when they are arrested. Right, Honorable? Allow me, please. Because this is a different one. Right, Honorable, the girl child and the boy child has been catered for in our laws. But these are people who are neglected completely. Yes, they have been there from time immemorial, but time has come for us to think about them because they are young children.
Can I ask you?
Yes, Right Honorable.
Do they arise out of a gender-based violence?
Right Honorable. Right Honorable, you will allow her, but let her allow me to finish. Right Honorable, this was a different platform where we were specifically.
There's an order from Honorable Cecilia.
Right Honorable Speaker, we are dealing right now, we are discussing the issue of gender-based violence. I want us to get it clear, including the Minister of Gender. We are dealing with the issue of gender-based violence. But the matter which is being brought by the member holding the floor does not, I've been listening, does not seem to relate to gender-based violence.
Because I haven't given my point home.
However, the gender we are dealing.
Doctor, can you help me with the
I know where she's heading to. I've attended several of those meetings. We do appreciate the challenges those people have, but it has no relationship whatsoever to gender-based violence. So can that matter, Right Honorable Speaker? Maybe you can bring it to us. Right Honorable Speaker, what they call the human rights activists who have gone beyond the board. They are talking about this issue. They want to bring it to us so that we begin to rethink about the law we have passed. But when we passed that law, we were very clear what we wanted. We were very clear on that matter. So please, as members of parliament, let us defend the image of the institution of parliament. We passed that law ourselves. The whole world is condemning us. But Right Honorable Speaker, maybe the Minister of Foreign Affairs didn't tell you. Uganda is not alone. The signing which should have taken place
which law did we pass? What was the law?
The homosexuality, the anti-homosexuality law.
Did you have I? Did you have I in the law?
No, we don't have. We
So
have
if
Q.
we don't have I in the law,
we have Q, but we don't have
we
I.
don't have I.
So, Right Honorable Speaker, let us be clear to isolate the difference between the I and the Q. They have even brought other new elements, but we don't want to discuss them now. Maybe the Speaker will give us time. Is it therefore in order, Right Honorable Speaker, for the honorable member to continue misleading the House to talk about homosexuality issue or intersex issue when we should be dealing with gender-based violence? Is he in order?
Honorable members, this document was more of informative. And the best thing that I have got was on the impact assessment since we started this program. And we've looked at all the challenges that we are going through, all the causes of gender-based violence, and we also appreciate that the marginalized gender should not only be the women, but it should be both the women and the men. Because you find these women like Susan there will slap a man and you'll find, you get it? The men are suffering in silence. Huh? These men are suffering in silence. So the boy child should be treated the same way you treat the girl child. And as I said before, if you don't handle this boy child well, this is the boy child who is coming to marry your daughter. And you not want a traumatized in-law who is a thug and that kind of thing. So let's embrace this and make sure that we try our best to eliminate the gender-based violence. And putting in mind, I am giving these remarks because I know the Prime Minister wants to go and it is her time. And you gave her the time in the rules of procedure at 4. We're even sorry that we have spent your minutes. We'll continue the debate after she has presented. Thank you so much. And honorable members who have matters of national importance like Giovanni's, when the Prime Minister is presenting, bring you all your issues and the whole Prime Minister will answer.
Item 5, statement on government business for the succeeding week, 28th to the 30th of November 2023.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, allow me to also join colleagues in wishing you a happy birthday. Right Honorable Speaker, I move under Rule 28 to submit the following government business for the succeeding week. That is 28th to 30th November this year. One is the statement by the Minister for Presidency on the commemoration of the World AIDS Day. Number 2 is the Minister of Health to present a statement on the injectable HIV drugs in Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to submit.
Right Honorable Prime Minister, and as you make a presentation for number 2, injectable HIV drug, there's a lot of excitement outside there. People want to do away with the ARVs. They even want to do away with the condoms. So people want to know. Me, I'm talking what is outside there. So we expect that report. We expect that report to be exhaustive, and it should not be like we are going. It should be we are doing it. Thank you. Next item.
Item 6, Prime Minister's time.
Honorable Speaker and colleagues. Honorable Max Ochai, West Budama. He gave a long preamble, which I want to read, that in 2022-23 financial year, the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development issued to Uganda National Roads Authority, UNRA, a warrant of expenditure under wage recurrent expenditure item number 225203 in feasibility studies and detailed engineering design of 16 billion 46 million 480 96 shillings. These funds were to finance inter area an in-house feasibility study and a detailed engineering design for the upgrade of Tororo Nagongera Busore Road, which is approximately 44 kilometers. Prioritized in the National Development Plan 3 and the 2021-2026 NRM Manifesto. Honorable Speaker, according to Honorable, by 30th June 2023, UNRA had spent 15 billion 155 million 89,380 shillings only. This resulted in the miscarriage of the in-house feasibility study and detailed engineering design for the upgrade of Tororo Nagongera Busore Road. His prayer that what steps has UNRA taken to request Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development for the supplemental allocation of part of the Uganda shillings 891 shillings 390 718 shillings that they did not spend in the financial year 2022-2023 to conclude the in-house feasibility study and detailed engineering design for the upgrade of Tororo Nagongera Busore Road. His other concern is what measures has the Ministry of Works and Transport put in place to address the non-responsiveness of UNRA to the upgrade of the Tororo Nagongera Busore Road. Right, Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the answer is quite long, but the actual answer is on page 4. That I would like to assure the House that the Tororo Nagongera Busore is a part of our programmed studies to be undertaken this financial year, that's 2023-2024, and that the government is committed to utilizing the available resources to invest in the development.
Honorable members, when your Prime Minister is speaking, you don't make noise in the corridor.
Honorable Speaker, I just wanted to inform members that government is committed to utilizing the available resources to invest in the development of the necessary stock of infrastructure to support the socio-economic transformation of Uganda. So that road will be worked on this financial year. The feasibility study. Honorable Apollo Yeri, Member of Parliament, Tororo Municipality. Uganda Cooperative College Tororo is the only college which gives certificates and diplomas in Uganda, in cooperatives, in cooperatives. Formerly, it was Chigumba Cooperative College, but they have uplifted Chigumba Cooperative College. It's now awarding degrees. Government sent 600 million to Tororo Municipal Area June this year for development works, and they could not utilize the money in such a short period when the financial year was closing, and that money was returned to the consolidated fund. His prayer, will the money be remitted back to Tororo Municipal for the mission development purpose? The Honorable Speaker, the second last paragraph the first paragraph, it is that all these funds have been reverted through a supplementary budget. There is the answer and give to members so that we can save on time. Honorable Atiam Emmanuel Otara, Member of Parliament, West Budama South, that he has received complaints from young mothers in his constituents who visit health centers for antenatal care services, that they are required to make the visits along with their spouses, or provide LC letters explaining the absence of their husbands if they are unable to go with the spouses. That this requirement has proved to be a deterrent to young mothers without proper husbands, or those who have been denied by those who impregnated them from accessing antenatal care services, and is therefore aggravating maternal mortality in the country. His prayer is that can the ministry, should the Minister of Health visit the health facilities in West Budama South, including Riowa Health Center 3, Poyamel Health Center 3, Panyangasi Health Center 3, and the Fungwe Health Center 2, among others, to assess the status of antenatal care services in these facilities. That the Ministry of Health works out a strategy for universal access of antenatal care services in the country. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, my response is that antenatal care is a critical component of safe motherhood. Government, through the Ministry of Health, recommends that all pregnant mothers receive 8 or more antenatal care services contacts before delivery. And each contact is given different health care packages to ensure the good health of the mother and the baby. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, all health facilities, government hospitals in Uganda must offer routine antenatal care services to pregnant mothers. It is emphasized but not mandatory in the National Antenatal Care Services guidelines that spouses should accompany their pregnant women to receive antenatal care, but also receive health packages for the husband, such as screening for HIV and sexually transmitted infections. It is therefore against this background that the National Antenatal Care Service guidelines emphasize the spouses or husbands to accompany their women during antenatal care contacts. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the Ministry of Health, in a circular dated 4th October 2023, addressed to the health managers in the regions and districts, emphasized the importance of strengthening the quality of antenatal health care as one of the ways to improve maternal and newborn health indicators. The government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Health, will work with district health teams to conduct technical support supervisions in West Budama, focusing on antenatal care services to ensure that all facilities are offering quality health care. Number 4. This question came from Honorable Nakato Mary Annette, District Woman Representative Buyende. She raised a matter concerning the construction of Kampala Express way to help in decongesting the Jinja Highway. I think this is Kampala Jinja Expressway. To decongest the Jinja Highway that is always full of traffic jam. Her prayer is, can government update the House on this matter? Honorable Speaker and colleagues, Kampala Jinja Expressway Road is part of the National Road Network and is managed by the Ministry of Works and Transport through Uganda National Roads Authority. The government of Uganda initiated the development of the proposed Kampala Jinja Expressway to improve the connection between Kampala and Jinja cities. The proposed project includes the construction of the 74-kilometer from Kampala to Jinja and 20-kilometer of the Kampala Southern Bypass. The Kampala Jinja section will include 8 lanes for the first 3 kilometers and 6 lanes for the next 17 kilometers and 4 lanes for the remaining 54 kilometers. The Kampala South Bypass will have 4 lanes for 20 kilometers connecting the Northern Bypass at Nambole National Stadium to the Kampala Entebbe Express Spa at Munyonyo. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the Kampala Jinja Expressway project is to be undertaken as a public-private partnership, PPP, in accordance with PPP Act of 2015. The private partner will finance, design, construct, and operate and maintain the road for 30 years. The procurement process for the right private sector partner is ongoing and is expected to be completed by the end of this financial year. Once the procurement is done, the works will commence after the developer has secured the private capital required for the construction works. The construction period is planned to take 5 years. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, in preparation for the construction works, the government of Uganda is currently acquiring the land for the project. So far, the land required for 44 kilometers has been acquired. This includes 14 kilometers along the Southern Bypass and 30 kilometers along the Kampala Jinja main line. The progress of the compensation has been slowed down by some challenges, for example, lack of ownership documents and contestation of ownership. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, by December 2024, the government targets to have acquired the full section from Kampala to Namagunga and the whole Kampala Southern Bypass. The rest of the land from Namagunga to Jinja is planned to be acquired by December 2025. In the meantime, government will continue to maintain the existing Kampala Jinja Road in a motorable condition and to ensure the smooth flow of traffic along that route. I would like to assure you and honorable members and the public that the government of Uganda is committed to ensuring that the Kampala Jinja Expressway project is implemented to improve the efficiency of Uganda's transport infrastructure. Number 5, Honorable Kibalia Henry Morris, Bugabula South. He raised the matter concerning a group of people that migrate and settled in Namwenda sub-county dealing in money laundering business and harassing members of the community. His prayer is that can the Prime Minister inform him whether government is aware of these money lenders in Kamuli. That Honorable Speaker and colleagues, Kamuli district is one of the districts in Busoga sub-region. It has 14 sub-counties, 6 counties. That is Namwendwa, Namayingo, Kasozi, Ulawoli, Kisambira, and the 4 constituents are Bugabula North, Bugabula South, Buzaya, and the Kamuli municipality. The total population is approximately 446,000 people. The main economic activity is farming, and the main crops grown are sugarcane, rice, and the people need money to boost their farming activities. Thus, they need to get loans from money lenders. Honorable Speaker of money lenders in the Kamuli district. Honorable Speaker, the District Security Committee embarked on mass sensitization to locals to desist from using national IDs as collateral to reinforce the guidance recently given by the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The money lenders or the money lending entities who indulge in the holding of borrowers and national identity cards will also be henceforth dealt with as the law demands. Honorable Speaker, number 6, Etuka Isaac, Upper Madi. He raised the matter concerning the delayed construction of Ofaka, Anyiribu, Ewang, and Rigbo Secondary School in Madiokoro district under the Uganda Secondary Education Expansion. His prayer, can the Right Honorable Prime Minister update the House on the matter? My response, Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, is that the government of Uganda, in partnership with World Bank, is implementing the Uganda Secondary Education Expansion Project, USEP, in the sector of education and sports. This project will fund the construction of 116 new seed schools in the sub-counties without any public school, and the expansion of 61 existing schools. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the policy requires that district select phase. That is it. For the construction, Honorable Speaker and colleagues, for the construction to take place, the site needs to have fulfilled all the criteria required as stipulated by the Ministry of Finance in the budget call circular of February 2022. And these are a land title in the names of the school, a land size measuring 5 acres, and more, and land use should be restricted to institutions or schools. The ministry on 15th August 2023 received 3 land titles from the proposed sites in Madiokoro, namely Ewang, Rigbo, and Anyiribu, where new construction of the school determined the structures to be built. Cadastro confirm that the land title matches the land on the ground, and the hydrogeological to assess availability of underground water for borehole drilling. These surveys inform the preparation of site-specific bidding documents. The advert for inviting of bids for the since August 2023, there was a joint operation conducted by both Railway Police and UPDF. During the operation, 9 suspects were apprehended, namely Ibra Kalista, Bara Charles, Akoro Dennis, Sonko